Chapter 3, just around the Riverbend. The next morning, Lino helps you pack for your first outdoor venture of the trip, kayaking. Okay, so there's a check on the first aid kit or dry bag, water, lunch, snacks, sunscreen, a backup first aid kit. Lino, we're going to the river, right? Not the moon. Bring any more stuff and our kayak is gonna sink. Fine, but if we capsize and your favorite snack isn't there, it's not my fault. Somehow, I think I'll survive. You saunter over the room's mirror to apply some sunscreen, but Lino isn't finished. I just want everything to be perfect. We know Rebecca's not the outdoorsy type, so today is your first chance to show her up in front of Blake. Please, after seeing how little she and Blake have in common last night, I've got this in the bag. Yeah, you do. I mean, she wanted eggs Benedict this morning. Blake made some because the man never passes up a chance to cook. But who goes on a trip like this thinking eggs Benedict is on the menu? Never had them and I wouldn't know. Exactly. And since we're all going to be paddling around and soaking up the sun, you need to look stunning. Felicia texted me some outfit recs for you after I told her about the plan last night. The plan? Getting Blake to ditch Rebecca for you plan. And Eve helped me find the perfect look at a shop in the lodge. Kind of a cute outfit. I guess we'll go with it. You unlocked Go with the Flow. Okay, I gotta hand it to you, 3. This thing's as comfortable as it is hot. He posed for Lino and he snaps a picture on his phone to send to Felicia. Oh, Felicia's already texting back heart emojis. This load one's the winner. I just hope Blake likes it. You take in a breath of fresh air as you and the gang arrive at the riverbank. What a gorgeous day. Sun is shining, river's flowing. Just tighten that rope to the left, Bex. That one on your... Oh, I think I pinched my thumb. You turn to find the others pulling kayaks off of Blake's truck. Rebecca struggling to help Blake get one to the water's edge. Ready to ride the river. Apparently ropes hurt more than you'd think. I'll leave her to it. Good luck, new girl. You walk over to the back of Blake's truck, grab an ice chest, leaving Rebecca to her own devices. As Blake finishes dragging the last kayak to the water's edge, he stops for a moment to stretch and gets his first real look at you. Jody, you yeah? You look ready for some adventure. Glad you're as excited to get out on the water as I am. I'm up for anything as long as we get to do it together. He grins, his gaze flickering across your body again, as if he can't help himself. Then Rebecca's voice rings out behind him. Now that we don't have to carry around these boats any further, I can't wait to get going. I've never been kayaking before. Don't worry. These 3 goons will definitely make sure you make it to the other end of the river in one piece. 3 goons? You're not coming? Nope. I have a date with the towel, sunglasses, and my favorite Sorcha Lynn novel. Oh, if Eve's out, I'd love to buddy up with an expert for my first kayaking trip. She pointedly glances towards Blake, but Lino leaps in between them. I'm all yours. Oh, great. I mean, if you want to, sounds great. Lino, Mouse, you're welcome, as Rebecca shoulders as Blake's turns to you with a grin. I guess that means you're stuck with me, Ballard. Yep. And you're stuck with me, Mr. Marshall. Oh, it's Mr. Marshall today, is it? Is it too late for Eve to be my partner? No take-backs. You elbow him playfully in the ribs, and he lets out a warm laugh, gently elbowing you back. Alright, just please try not to drown us. We're both too hot and fun to die. Rebecca and Lino climb another kayak as you get into Blake's. As you set off down the river, you and Blake paddle in perfect sync. Looks like you've still got the moves. It feels like ages since we were last on a river together. Probably because it's been over a year, but you aren't doing so bad yourself. that might be about to change. You turn in time to see a rock coming your way. Don't worry, we've got this. You confidently push off of the rock with your paddle, steering clear of it, drifting on ahead. Blake whistles admirably. Nice reflexes, Ballard. Like you said, I've still got moves. As the four of you float down the river, Rebecca slowly gets the hang of kayaking, but being in the lead gives you time to chat with Blake. So, how was your first night in the cabin with Rebecca? Oh, we slept great. Bed's sphere incredible. Rebecca said it was one of the best nights of sleep she's ever had. Great. So glad the two of you slept well. How about you? Your room's okay? Yeah. Lots of space to laze around. Especially since I'm sleeping alone. Blake, look, I'm doing it! Oh, you must want a gold star. I'm serious. Oh, me, I'm doing it. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, right. She's still here. Rebecca and Lino fall in beside you, and she carefully dips her paddle into the water on one side of the kayak and then switches to the other. You're a natural. Yeah, by natural you mean amateur. Why don't I show her how it's really done? Oh, why do you have to make everything into a competition? I'll paddle wildly, paddle smoothly, flourish in between paddle strokes. Paddle smoothly. That's not bad, but if you really want to kayak, you need to conserve your energy. This is true. Each stroke should flow into the next one. You're like you're tracing a figure 8. You had me at smooth strokes until figure 8, and then I'm like, nope. Listen, I'm trying to have fun with this book. You demonstrate dipping your paddle into the current on one side and spinning it over to the other without missing a beat. You move in perfect time with the current, and Lino shoots you an improving thumbs up. Ah, now see, that's what a natural looks like. Can't argue with that. Why, thank you. This reminds me of that Truckee River trip we did last year. Remember seeing that red-tailed hawk? The one that almost stole your favorite hat? I don't know what it saw in that old... Ah, help! You turn to glare at the interruption and find Rebecca swinging her paddle in the air and Lino holding onto the kayak for dear life. Fish! There's a fish on my feet! Oh my god, nature, whatever will it do with you? What's this guy even doing here? Hey, he's cute. I kind of want to pet him. Stop rocking the boat or we'll tip over! Then you'll see a lot of fish. Jody, if I get us closer, can you flip that thing out with your paddle? I can try. Smack Lino. Scoop out the fish. Smack the boat. Yes, let's save the mighty Becca from a fish. As Blake rows you over beside Rebecca and Lino's kayak, you lean towards them, taking aim with your paddle. No stowaways allowed. You flip the fish back into the water. Thank you. For a second there, my life flashed before my eyes. You were never in any actual danger, Lino. Bullshit. She flips that kayak, he is. Blake chuckles and holds up a hand for a high five. Maybe not, but you still made saving them look like a breeze. Now that we've lost our hitchhiker, does anyone remember which fork we're supposed to take up ahead? Eve said the left fork's the fastest way to the spot where we're meeting for her s'mores? Sure enough, the river splits ahead, with a gentle branch on the left, and the right side looks walled or overgrown with beautiful foliage. Not to doubt Eve's impeccable sense of direction, but the path on the right looks more fun. Forget going the long way around. I bet we can beat you to the meetup spot. Come on, Lino. With a surprising surge of energy, she paddles down the left path. You and Blake swiftly approach the fork in their wake. If we take the other path, I'd get some time alone with Blake, and who knows what we'd find. The correct choice is nature. Nature is what you'd find. Hold on, Blake. What are you... You quickly switch course and paddle down the path on the right. Breeze whistling through your hair. Taking a little detour, as long as you're up for it. Are you kidding? I can't wait to see what this takes us. Just around the bend, you and Blake suddenly find yourselves in choppy water, apparently into some rapids. Despite the surprise, you steer easily through the first stretch of rapids, just like on the Truckee River. And you are making the pathless travel look effortless. You glance back to catch Blake grinning at you, and the admiration in his eyes makes your cheeks warm. I know, right? Eat your heart out, Laura Croft. Maybe let's not celebrate just yet. As a spray of water hits you, you spot some rapids up ahead, the water churning around rocks in every direction. I see an open. Go left. I'll paddle to the left. As the turn tugs your boat ahead, the choppy water tries to pull you down into its depths. Eve! Oh. But, in perfect unison, the two of you paddle left, resisting the current. Almost there. Keep going. With one last effort, you break through the stretch of rapids and are suddenly splashing over a small drop in the river. Sparkling water flies past you. Blake whoops at the top of his lungs. Woohoo! Omer, is that you? And then splash! Your kayak lands in a stretch of tranquil water, breathless and laughing. Blake is grinning from ear to ear. That was amazing. Are you okay? Better than okay. What a rush. Never felt so alive. Right? Who needs s'mores? Oh no, I still need s'mores. They're just gonna taste so much better with all this adrenaline. And the path less traveled. As you paddle onward, you find yourselves in a quiet stretch of water. Trees sway in the breeze, grasses sparkle with the river from the water. What a view. You turn to smile at him, and you can't help letting out a happy sigh as the water carries you along. This is what I've really missed, you know? You've been here before? No. Silly, this feeling. Like you and me are the only two people in the world. He laughs, his expression softening into something thoughtful. I get that. Sometimes in LA I felt like I was just on another cog on a wheel, but right now it feels like a lifetime ago. Being here with you, everything just feels right. Your heart leaps in your chest. He looks so gorgeous in this light. The reflections from the water playing across his face. So gorgeous that it's almost a relief when Blake suddenly glances away from you, his eyes widening. Look! You turn just in time to spot a kaleidoscope of butterflies flying out of the lush grass. So many of them. I haven't seen a butterfly in a few years. I miss them. They dance around the two of you in glittering cloud, following the gentle drift of your kayak down the stream. They're beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. For a moment, the two of you are pressed closer by the cloud of butterflies. They wander on Blake's face, gives way to smile when he looks at you. Reach out to catch a butterfly. As you stretch your hand forward, you feel the light tickle of butterfly wings against your skin as they flutter past. You wait, holding your breath, until one of them lands gracefully on your finger. You've got a visitor. Hi, little buddy. It's nice to meet you. While the others dance around you, the butterfly on your finger gently starts to climb towards your palm. It bats its wings and dips its tiny head in almost like a bow. Did you see that? You, being a butterfly whisperer? Absolutely. It flutters its wings one last time and then flits away to rejoin its flock. Looks like I've got some visitors of my own. He holds very still as one of the butterflies lands on his shoulder and another flits onto the tip of his nose. They just landed on me, what do I do? I'd recommend trying not to sneeze. He makes a face at you over the butterfly's wings, and you both burst out laughing. The butterflies flit away. I guess that solves the problem, but wow, this place is... You finish the sentence for him. Perfect. Thanks for letting me take you on this little adventure. Of course. That's one of the things I like best about you. Spending time together is always an adventure. You think back to that night you made the promise and all the days and nights you've spent together since then. I could say the same about you. About an hour later, you find an exhausted Lino and Rebecca reaching a smooth stretch of the riverbank.
Oh, thank God. You're both alive. I thought we lost you for a minute, babe.
Sorry, Jody, and I couldn't resist taking a scenic route. Lena gives you an excited thumbs up. You and Blake bring your kayak up to the riverbank. Hey, down there. The four of you turn to find Eve in a sandy stretch of the bank with a half-empty pitcher of sangria. Walking to Eve's beach, population us in this pitcher, which is mine. But don't worry, I have an extra for you four in the car. Although I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting you for at least another hour. Rebecca and Lino made amazing time down the river.
It was fun and efficient outing.
You turn to see what Lino thought about their fun and efficient adventure, only to find him frowning at his phone. You alright, buddy?
I wanted to check in with Felicia, but the signal out here is awful.
Lino, put your phone down and enjoy some nature.
Okay. After I send just one more text and...
Lino.
Okay, that was it. One last one, until we get back to the cabin.
As the sun starts to set, Blake clears a space on the bank and preps some tinder for the campfire. Alright everybody, s'mores are coming right up. We've just got to feed the tinder a bit more fuel.
I got it!
Rebecca dumps a huge branch onto the fire, nearly putting out the flames. Ugh. I hate when people do that. A little too much fuel, Bex.
Sorry, let me get one smaller one.
It's alright, I can take it from here. I'll help Rebecca figure it out. Help Blake with the campfire. Or I could just sit there and watch the campfire. Like, you want a hand? I remember the Blake Marshall campfire method. You mean the standard method to properly make a campfire? I don't think the standard method typically involves singing the bangles while you tuck in the tinder. It is in the footnotes. You smirk as you kneel by his side and toss Rebecca's log off the dwindling fire. Looks like some of the embers are still burning. Now we've just got to make that burning an internal flame. Stop singing and help me build this fire, you dork. As Blake hums under his breath, you both reach for the same bowl of wood and your hand brushes his. He pauses for the briefest moment before pulling away. Right, sorry, let's get this baby to perfect marshmallow roasting temperature. You can feel Rebecca's eyes on you from her seat beside Eve, but despite your heart doing backflips, the two of you soon have a crackling fire going. As the sun sets, drinks are had, and the s'mores come out. While everyone's settling beside the campfire, Blake pats a spot on his left, inviting you to sit next to him. You were really something out on the water today. Almost forgotten what keeping up with you was like. If you thought that was fun, you haven't seen anything yet. I guess I'll just have to keep a close eye on you then. Oh, I'm counting on it. He smiles at you in the cracking firelight, and for the moment, he seems about to go on before Rebecca sits down on his other side.
Hey, babe, what are we talking about?
Life. Not you. Just complimenting Jody on her kayaking moves today. Rebecca's smile deflates ever so slightly as your friends begin sharing campfire stories. And I just turned to the coach and was like, sorry, we thought this was the ladies' room. Let's not forget that this was when Eve and Z had zebra-striped hair.
Zebra-striped?
It was a bit of a scene kid back in the day. My mom still calls it my rebellious phase, but damn did my hair look good during my rebellion.
Oh, wish I'd been there to see it. What about you, babe? Any good campfire stories?
Let's see. There was this time my dad accidentally caught our tent on fire when we were camping. Oh my god. Most embarrassed I've ever seen him. My mom and I didn't help by cracking up while he checked us into the motel later.
Ah, damn. No wonder Lindsay asked for all the campfire gear during the divorce. She must have prevented countless forest fires.
I didn't realize your parents were divorced. It happened a long time ago. I was, what, maybe 13. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal, he says, like it totally didn't make him a pessimist about long-term relationships.
Blake laughs softly, turning his marshmallow on a stick over the fire as it begins to turn a delicious golden brown. Not everyone gets as lucky as you and Felicia, bud. My parents didn't.
I'm sorry. You never really talk about them that much.
Maybe we should talk about something more s'mores-worthy. What about you, Rebecca? Got any stories?
Actually, my abuela told me a great story when I was little. It starts with this old house all alone in the mountains.
As Rebecca talks and Lino leans closer to hear, nearly burning his marshmallow in the process, you see Blake let out a sigh of relief. Is it just me, or is it kind of weird he hasn't told Rebecca about his family? Even Eve can tell me more about her. You quietly sneak off to join Eve in capping off your beverage as Rebecca's story continues. Hey, sounds like you all had fun on the river. We did, though I didn't get to spend much time with Rebecca. Well, with you and Blake off trailblazing on your own, how could you? Any chances you could tell me a little bit more about her? Eve turns to frown at you. Are you being serious, or are you just getting intel for Lino so he can help squash her as your competition? What am I gonna tell him? Basically, all I know about Rebecca is how much she likes Blake. Well, there's a lot more to her than that. She's a person, you know, a good person, if you're actually friends with her. I could tell you some backstory, but only if you try not to use it for evil. Eve knows some info that will come in handy with Rebecca later if you choose to use it. Tell me everything. Come on, you can trust me. At least tell me how you met her. Eve sighs and hops on the truck bed, patting a spot beside her. You take a seat as she goes on. Fine, it's not that exciting. We met at a work mixer. She works for, Shown too, doing that same fashion magazine profile. No, we're all under the same publisher, but she works for this high-end food magazine called Travel Bites. So, is she as good as what she does? One of the best. I'll send you an article she wrote once we're back at the cabin. Well, no wonder Blake likes her for Rebecca's complimenting his food. That's, well... What are you making that face for? I'd say her food tastes are a bit more complicated than Blake's. You pass her the pitcher of sangria. Eve sighs as she fills her cup and takes another sip. But look, food standards aside, Rebecca's pretty sweet. She's let me crash with her half a dozen times when I had a last-minute trip. How you are not jet-lagged 24/7 is beyond me. And she's usually pretty easygoing unless there's a competition, of course. Is she a sore loser? More like a very competitive winner. So both. That would explain why she wanted to race us here the second she figured out how to use a paddle. Yeah. Once she knows how to walk, the girl runs. Or in this case, rows. Going down the river wasn't even a real competition. Not sure what would happen if Rebecca realized how I felt about Blake.
You would be dead in the back of a trunk and be buried somewhere, yes?
You take a long sip from your drink and Eve quirks an eyebrow at you. You okay? Yep, just wondering what her favorite animal was. If I had to guess, she seems like a cat person. No, I'd say a dog. Actually, she's super allergic to cats. To most pets at that. Really? But Blake's always been such an animal guy. I know, but Rebecca isn't. She's not much of a nature person either, to be honest. Then why did she come on this trip? She wanted to take a vacation with Blake and to meet you and Lino. Blake and I talk about you all the time. Oh, so you still do love us. I wouldn't be sharing this sangria if I didn't. Plus, it didn't hurt that the Red Heart Lodge had a Michelin star restaurant. That's how I got her on board with the cabins. even though some have cliffside views. What, is she afraid of heights or something? Oh, deathly afraid. Huh. Brave of her to come on a hiking trip where half of the trails have hundreds of feet of elevation change. Yeah, but that's a little bit different than looking over the side of a cliff and looking down. Little different, just saying. Her grandma actually sent her a text at breakfast checking in, because the view on the drive made her a little queasy. She texts her grandma daily. Oh no, I swear to God, if you use that as a dig, I'm throwing something at you. Over by the campfire, Rebecca is gesturing animately, still sharing her grandma's ghost story. Yeah, she's super close to her family. She might have a flashy life, traveling, eating food around the world, but she sends most of her salary back to her parents and grandma. Okay. That's actually pretty sweet. Right? I think that the reason she's so ambitious about work, they made sacrifices to put her through school. Her folks, her veterans, her grandma immigrated from Cuba. Money's always been tight. So she wants to make them proud and prove it wasn't all in vain. Hence her trying to live her best life while supporting them. She sounds a bit like someone else I know. Eve grins and lifts her cup in the air in a small toast. Why do you think me and her get along so well? We've both got big ambitions and a lot of love for our families. Does she want to move to Germany too? No, but she loves traveling. Whether it's work for fun or visiting places she's never been while aiming for a bigger role at Travel Bites. I'm confused. If Blake's back in the Bay, I assume she also lives there? Oh yeah, she's got a gorgeous apartment in Pacifica, but with her job, she never stays at one place for too long. She's only there 3 or 4 months a year with how much her job makes her travel. Good for her! But you're pretty sure Blake wanted to start putting down roots in the Bay and not use it as a base for jet-setting operations. Has Rebecca mentioned her travel/work plans to Blake? I don't know why. No reason. Yes, there's a reason, you just asked. I don't think it's gonna go over well if Rebecca ever does tell him. And that's for her to tell him, not you. Eve goes to refill her cup again, but frowns only when a few drops come out of the pitcher. Oh, damn, we're just about to sangria it out. Well, then I appreciate you sharing the last of it with me, and sharing a bit about Rebecca. It's nice to know about someone Blake cares about. He does care about her, and I do too. But I also care about you, you know? Okay, that does it. You're getting a hug. Grab an arm around her, and she hugs you back. You share a smile before rejoining the others at the campfire, where Lino has started another story. And the camping trip that Alejandro is, with Alejandro, his wife Felicia, vetoed the name of the baby. So, what is the baby's name? Blake Jr. You wish. It's baby Eve, and we all know it. My baby is not going to be named after anyone here. That's right, you two. Leave baby Jody alone. Lino rolls his eyes and stuffs another marshmallow in his mouth, not dignifying your words with a response. Eve, I think it's your turn for another story, but you'd better make it a good one. Excuse you, all of my stories are good stories, especially the one about the summer of '09. After Lino drives everyone back to the lodge, and a quick shower, you climb into bed. Blake's words echo in your head as you drift to sleep. Guess I'll just have to keep a close eye on you then. Oh, I'm counting on it. When Lino bursts into your room, I just finished a little light internet searching about our new friend Rebecca. Lino, how much sangria did you have? Forget sangria. I'm still riding my s'mores high. Okay. Maybe a little bit of sangria high. Anyway, move over. Yawning, you sit up and scoot over on the bed to make room for Lino. He plops down beside you, scrolling through his phone. How did you even do an internet deep dive? My dial-up in high school was faster than the internet in this park. Felicia did most of it. I didn't get her test until we got back. But you will not believe the highlights she sent us. I see. I mean, it's technically that, but let's just tell me everything. A big grin lights up on his face as he holds up his phone.
Okay, so Rebecca moved around a lot as a kid. She was in LA, Houston, then Tampa for high school.
She did say her parents were in the army.
Right, and get this, despite all that moving, little Becky still maintained a 4.0 GPA.
You know, I was expecting a little something juicier than her grades from the way you interrupted my beauty sleep.
Okay, I saved the best for last. Look at this Clark's Weekly interview.
Incoming freshman Rebecca Alvarez says her biggest fear is bats? Huh. I wonder if that has to do with her fur allergy.
Juicy, right?
Juicy would be if she secretly had another boyfriend. I'd rank this up as mildly interesting at best.
Except that tomorrow, we're gonna go hike on the Ja'abani Trail, which leads to a cave complex that's a state sanctuary for, drumroll please,
brown bats. Oh, Rebecca's gonna hate that.
And you, my friend, will look fearless by comparison.
Unless she lied about the bats. I'm just saying. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head on down the description of the video. Check it out. Check all the things to see. You know, what you can do to support the channel, and the who's it, and the what's it, and the whole 9 yards. So, without further ado, let me know in the comment section what you think about this. I'm kind of indifferent, right? So, I asked a lot of you, you know, what your thoughts on it were. Some of you fired back with, you know, the fact that, you know, it kind of reminded you of the Nanny book, and it kind of reminded you of these other things that, you know, here we are, we're the outsider looking in again, right? Someone's in a relationship, and all of a sudden, we hate her, and we're the antagonist, and we're someone who, you know, is aiming to ruin her relationship, and everything else like that. Again, I can go either way with this, right? I can go either way. You know, as they say, all is fair in love and war. But at the same time, you know, it just, to me, I've seen it. I've been on the outside watching someone else try and sabotage another relationship because they felt that they should be together, right? And I've seen that be a catastrophe, and I've seen it be a success. I've seen it look, you know, people look at them like, you know, hey, you just did this and said this and the whole what, who, what, when, where, and why, to get personal gain, right? I mean, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Did we even convey our relationship or feelings or anything whatsoever towards Blake this whole entire time we've been separated from him? Like, seriously, think about it. Like, we made some, you know, bond, what, 10 years ago in college? Like, you know, some promise. But, you know, here, yeah, no, we get it. You're lonely. You're single, right? He's not. So, why don't you move on with your life and find someone else? And then if that doesn't work out and then Blake ends up realizing that Rebecca isn't the one, then go, hey, you know what? Hey, it's your boy. Well, you know, hey, you want to hook up? You know, I was wondering if you were actual serious about that thing, or was it just a joke or something to motivate me, or, you know, be positive. I don't know. Just some way, somebody. That's just how I feel about it, right? Like, things, whatever happens, happens and will happen, right? Murphy's Law. So, it's either going to be successful or it's not. And if especially she finds out, or he finds out about what she's planning, right? The whole not being there and going to be gone, like, you know, a good 90% of the time, and he's wanting to put down roots and start this whole 9 yards, then, you know, clearly that's going to put a wedge in between the relationship. Or he may be like, you know what, that's cool, you know, you can always have a home base, and, you know, I'll be here waiting for you, and we can, you know, kind of have a long distance relationship for, you know, here and there. Again, people are different. People are really different. We don't know nothing about Blake either, remember that. We're looking at this through the eyes of someone else, right? We're in their shoes. So we don't know shit. But to me, so far, it doesn't sound like we've really kept in touch with Blake, and especially kept in touch with his feelings and him with us. Hanging out and being friends does not mean immediately bow chicka wow wow on relationship and marriage and kids and all this other shit. I'm just saying. But let me know your thoughts. Peace out.